I welcome you to the series, How Do You Understand the Commandment, You Shall Not Kill? And have you thought about its theological implications? Well, this is what I wish to talk about in this presentation. Our text is from the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 13, and the theme is, You Shall Not Kill. The Ten Commandments teach us to love God and also to love our neighbor. In the context of the love of neighbor, we learn not only to do good, but also to avoid evil. The greatest evil that can be done against a neighbor is to take that person's life. This is what the fifth commandment seeks to warn us about. Life is sacred, whether in the womb or outside of the womb, and for that reason has to be protected and not destroyed. To intentionally take human life is prohibited. God values our individual and also our physical lives, and for that reason, no one has the power over them. Our faith teaches us that God decides when life begins, and He also decides when life should end. What are therefore the theological implications of this commandment? 1. Suicide is prohibited. For one to decide to terminate his life implies that the person arrogates to himself the power over life. As long as one believes that one's life is a gift from God, it becomes unlawful for one to decide to end his life. 2. Abortion is prohibited. Since life begins from the womb, aborting a baby is an act against the commandment. As the life of one outside the womb is sacred and dear to God, so also the life of the baby in the womb. Other meanings of killing are also prohibited. While some kill by the use of their hands, others kill by the use of their mouth. When one's hands are full of blood, it is an act against charity. As human beings, we do not have power over another person's life. Hence, killing our fellow human being is unlawful. To kill by our mouth happens when we use our mouth as a weapon of destruction. By provocation, by accusations and distraction, our mouth becomes weapons or arrows or sharp sword, which destroys others. 4. Spiritual death is also prohibited. Any action which kills the soul of another is prohibited by the fifth commandment. Actions which estrange a person from the life of grace, that is inducing the person to commit mortal sin, puts the soul to death. This too is against the spirit of the commandment. 5. Anger is also prohibited. Jesus says, and I quote, "You have heard that it was said to your ancestors, 'You shall not kill, and whoever kills be liable to judgment.' But I say to you, whoever is angry with his brother will be liable to judgment." Unquote. Jesus, by this statement, is teaching us the root cause of murder, which is anger. Once we are able to have mastery over anger, murder will not occur. However, failure to control anger can lead to murder. And a classic example was when Cain was unable to control his anger. He ended up killing his brother Abel. To conclude, the fifth commandment, "You shall not kill," forbids murder. Any deliberate act which endangers and terminates the life of a human being is prohibited. In a relationship or family life, the broader perspective is to deliberately cause harm to others, either bodily or spiritually. This too is also prohibited, even if the said harm does not lead to physical death. Harboring anger against a partner or a parent or a child or anybody for that matter is a violation of the commandment. The commandment, "You shall not kill," aims at helping us to consciously work at avoiding evil to a neighbor. By so doing, we lay the foundation for the love of neighbor. May God bless you. Amen.